Have you ever noticed that when you feel a sudden surge of worry, your breath catches in your chest? Or that a deep sigh can bring a wave of release you didn't even know you needed? This isn't a coincidence. Our breath is a powerful, built-in tool for managing our internal state, a direct line to the control panel of our nervous system. Breathwork is the simple, conscious practice of using your breath to influence how you feel. It involves intentionally changing the speed, rhythm, depth of your breathing to send specific signals to your body, offering a way to find stillness in the midst of internal chaos. It's a skill you already possess, waiting to be honed. This essay is your practical guide to unlocking that power. We will explore how your breath is intrinsically linked to your body's stress response, providing a clear map of how anxiety physically manifests and how deliberate breathing can reverse that process. We won't delve into complex spiritual jargon or demand years of dedicated practice. Instead, we will focus on 4 simple, science-backed techniques that you can learn and use immediately, wherever you are. These methods require no special equipment, no expensive classes, offering a quick and effective way to lower the volume on anxiety and regain a sense of control. The journey into breathwork is one of profound self-discovery and empowerment. It teaches you that you are not helpless in the face of anxious thoughts or overwhelming physical sensations. By learning to guide your breath, you learn to guide your mind. This essay will provide step-by-step instructions for each technique, highlight common mistakes to avoid, and offer guidance on how to practice safely and effectively. The goal is to demystify breathwork, transforming it from an abstract concept into a tangible, reliable tool you can turn to whenever you feel the first stirrings of unease. It's about reclaiming a natural ability that has been with you since your very first moment. Imagine having a remote control for your own nervous system. When anxiety turns the volume up to an unbearable level, you could simply press a button to bring it back down to a gentle hum. This is precisely what intentional breathing offers. It allows you to interrupt the feedback loop of panic and stress, creating a space for calm to emerge. The effects can be immediate, providing relief in just a few minutes, but the true benefits unfold with consistent practice. Over time, these simple exercises can help reshape your baseline stress levels, making you more resilient to life's inevitable challenges. Let's begin this journey, starting with one slow, conscious breath. When we feel anxious, our body instinctively prepares for a perceived threat, a primal response hardwired into our DNA from a time when threats were physical and immediate. This is the fight or flight response. One of the first and most dramatic changes is in our breathing pattern. It becomes rapid and shallow, shifting from the belly to the upper chest. Visual shallow chest breathing versus deep belly breathing diagram. This thoracic breathing floods the bloodstream with oxygen to ready muscles for action. In modern anxiety, a looming deadline, a worried thought, this reaction is misplaced. Rapid, shallow breathing creates a cascade of effects through the body. Quick oxygen intake and CO2 expulsion can disrupt the chemical balance in our blood. This imbalance, respiratory alkalosis, causes unsettling sensations, dizziness, tingling in the hands and feet, a racing heart, muscle tension. Your breath becomes both a symptom and a cause of ongoing anxiety. The connection goes both ways. You can consciously use breath to reclaim control. Slow your breathing down, make it deeper and more rhythmic. You send a clear signal to your brain. The threat has passed. This activates the parasympathetic rest and digest system. The stress cascade begins to reverse. Shift breath from short and erratic to long and smooth. Your brain hears, you are safe. Production of stress hormones falls. Cortisol, adrenaline. Heart rate slows. Blood pressure lowers. Muscles start to release their tension. At the heart of breathwork's effectiveness is its influence on the autonomic nervous system. This system operates largely without our conscious thought, managing vital functions like heart rate, digestion, breathing. It has two primary branches: the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, the parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. Anxiety is the signature of an overactive sympathetic system. Breath is the only part of this autonomic system that we can directly control. By taking voluntary control of our breath, we gain a backdoor entrance to influence the entire system. That lets us switch from a state of high alert to one of calm. The key player in this process is the vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve in the body. It wanders from the brainstem down through the neck, into the chest, and into the abdomen. It acts as a primary information highway between the brain and the body's major organs. The vagus nerve is the main component of the parasympathetic nervous system. Slow, deep, diaphragmatic breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, which sends signals to the brain to slow down and relax. Extending the duration of your exhalation activates this vagal break. That's why many calming techniques emphasize a longer exhale than inhale. Beyond the nervous system, conscious breathing also affects brain chemistry and activity. When you're anxious, the amygdala, the brain's fear center, becomes highly active. Slow breathing dampens amygdala activity, reducing the intensity of the fear response. At the same time, it can increase activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for rational thought, emotional regulation, and decision-making. This shift moves you from reactive panic to thoughtful response, allowing you to observe anxiety without being consumed by it. Simple rule: prioritize nasal breathing and elongated exhales. Nasal breathing filters, warms, and humidifies the air and helps you breathe more slowly and deeply. Nasal breathing increases absorption of nitric oxide produced in the nasal sinuses, which helps dilate blood vessels, improve oxygen circulation, and lower blood pressure. Combine that with an exhalation longer than your inhalation to activate the rest and digest response and gently guide body and mind back to equilibrium. The 4-7-8 breath, popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil, is a remarkably potent technique for calming a frayed nervous system. It acts as a natural tranquilizer for the body by forcing the mind and body to focus on regulating the breath rather than on anxious thoughts. The power of this technique lies in its specific ratio. The relatively short inhale prevents overbreathing. The extended hold allows oxygen to fully saturate the bloodstream. The very long, audible exhale powerfully stimulates the vagus nerve, triggering a strong relaxation response. It is an ideal practice to use when you feel a sudden spike of anxiety or when you are struggling to fall asleep at night. To practice the 4-7-8 breath, find a comfortable position, sitting with your back straight, lying down. Place the tip of your tongue against the ridge of tissue just behind your upper front teeth and keep it there for the entire exercise. First, exhale completely through your mouth, making a gentle whoosh sound. Then close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose for a mental count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7. This completes one breath cycle. Inhale again and repeat the cycle 3 more times for a total of 4 breaths. A common mistake is to feel pressured by the counts and to breathe too forcefully. The breath should be easy and gentle, not strained. If holding your breath for 7 seconds feels uncomfortable or causes dizziness, shorten the counts while keeping the ratio intact. For instance, try a 2-3.54 count instead. The most crucial part of the technique is the long, complete exhalation. Ensure you are fully emptying your lungs during the 8-second count. It's also important not to do too many repetitions at first. 4 cycles are often sufficient. Doing too many can initially cause lightheadedness until your body becomes accustomed to the practice. Use it when you feel overwhelmed before a stressful event like a presentation, or as a tool to quiet your mind before sleep. The immediate effect is often a noticeable slowing of the heart rate and a feeling of physical heaviness and relaxation. Because it directly alters your body's chemistry and state of consciousness, it is recommended to practice it in a safe, seated or lying position and never while driving or operating machinery. With just a few rounds, the 4-7-8 breath can serve as a powerful reset button for your nervous system. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. There will be days when your mind is too busy or you forget to practice. Simply acknowledge it without judgment and begin again the next day. The goal is not perfection, but a gentle, steady return to the anchor of your breath. The goal is not perfection, but a gentle, steady return to the anchor of your breath. Section 9. Conclusion. Your breath as a lifelong anchor. Your breath is always with you, a constant rhythmic companion from the moment you are born until your last. It is a powerful, portable, perpetually available tool for navigating the turbulent waters of anxiety. The techniques explored in this essay, 4-7-8 breath, is not a complicated ritual, but a simple, accessible skill. They offer a direct pathway to communicate with your nervous system, a way to consciously send a message of safety and calm to a body and mind caught in a state of high alert. By learning to guide your breath, you learn that you have agency over your internal world. To begin integrating this into your life, start with a simple daily plan. Your breath is your anchor in the present moment, always ready to guide you back to center. Do not underestimate the profound change that can come from this simple shift in attention. In a world that constantly pulls you outward, your breath is an invitation to turn inward, to find a sanctuary of stillness that exists within you. It is a reminder that even when external circumstances feel overwhelming, you possess a powerful resource for finding peace. Start today. Right now, in this moment, take one slow, deep breath in through your nose and let it go with a long, gentle sigh. Feel the subtle shift in your body. That is the beginning. That is everything. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And thanks for watching.